Well, with the start of the fall semester, the University of Texas System Board of Regents endorsed an addition to its free speech policy, declaring that any of the schools under the UT system should not adopt any political or social opinions.
Now, while this policy doesn't apply to students or staff, one student doesn't agree with the move, given the tension that erupted on UT Austin's campus from protests last spring. KVUE's Isabella Basco has the story.
Last week, the University of Texas System Board of Regents endorsed an item on free speech declaring it's not the role of the UT system or any of its institutions to have political positions. This doesn't apply to students or staff, but relates to university statements, functions, ceremonies, and publications. This comes after tensions that erupted from multiple pro-Palestine anti-war protests that stem from the school's financial ties to Israel. It resulted in dozens of arrests from both students and non-students, including now UT sophomore Arwen Heilering, who still feels very strongly despite what happened in the spring.
First of all, it's something that they are already taking a stance on by funding it. So by funding the genocide, they're taking a stance and refusing to talk about it publicly. Host a town hall where the different students who have different opinions can talk to each other. Let's foster conversation instead of shutting it down. That's what universities are supposed to be for.
KVUE News reached out to the University of Texas system for an interview. A spokesperson declined, but says this addition to their policy ensures, quote, that all members of its university communities are free to express their views and is rooted from a policy document at the University of Chicago.
It's challenging as an institution not only to create an environment that's inclusive and welcoming for your students, but also a climate where intellectual diversity is valued. And so I think, this policy strikes a nice balance.
Dr. Amy Kristen Sanders is an associate professor of journalism and law at UT Austin with expertise in freedom of speech.
The university, if it sticks to the spirit of this policy, will actually do something really good in terms of making it clear to students whose viewpoints may not have been welcome in the past on campus to welcome those viewpoints.
And we reached out to the university student media, like their school newspaper and TV station, to see if this modification will affect them, but their director says they haven't gotten any guidance so far. Live here in the studio, Isabella Basco for KVUE News.